All right. Here we go. I'm back again. Chilling here on the in the counselor's corner on Ronication. You know it is. Coronavirus, not working. Ronication. So I'm here. I know I've been gone for a while. Um, Originally, I had other tasks that I was working on, but during that time, es- essentially, I ended up getting sick under the weather. So, man, I tell you, 2020, it's been it's been real. It's been real if you think about it so far. Now, I'm gonna get into tonight's topic, but I'm just trying to, rehash to go back to just think about this theme of 2020, the events that happened. Well, we know like January 24th, 26th, we lost the great Kobe Bean Bryant. So that took us a while to adapt to that. And, when I still see stuff with him, highlights and different things, um, articles or pictures, I say to myself, damn, Kobe Bryant, he's gone. And that's the reality of this whole thing. But then also, rest in peace, Roger Mayweather. He just passed. If people don't know him, that's Floyd Mayweather's uncle, who was a very significant part. Glasses getting all fogged up. I'm gonna have to take off this Corona mask. Uh, I just didn't want to um, get anybody messed up with the virus in my crowd who's sitting here watching me live. But shit, I need to put on my glasses because all right, Sherry Woods, thanks for joining. Sharia Jones, yeah, Corona got to come off. Corona got to come off. Um, Mac Ruggiero, um, Big Joe from Nide University, thanks for joining. So, what was I saying? Oh, so, Money Mayweather uh, lost his uncle. He also lost his baby's mother, the mother of his three children. She died at the age of 40. I think it was some other significant deaths as well. But this coronavirus, COVID-19, has really changed up the game, and it kind of goes along with the theme because before I went on my hiatus, I had left when I was going through, you know, doing my thing, segments of it, No Friday Foolishness. And this segment number 7 talks about being uncomfortable. So here I'm going to read that. Stop being comfortable, uncomfortable. Sometimes you may need to move around to find a comfortable place in your life. When was the last time you started feeling comfortable and decided to make a change? Well, we already know there's a lot of people uncomfortable right now with COVID, really. But I think it's alarming to me because in the same breath, people going out in a rage, buying up everything, stores, it's packed grocery stores, buying up everything. But I still think that many people think it's a joke. LaShawn Williams, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. And when I say uh, many people think it's a joke, because I look at it yesterday here in Baltimore in Maryland, it was like 80 degrees. Kids out on bikes with shorts on, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, bad enough your ass is not in school. Ebony Swanson, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Bad enough you're not at school, but this is not spring break. It's not spring break. Raheem Gaines, thanks for joining me, brother, tonight in the Counselor's Corner. And people, feel free to call in and give your input. What are you doing on your own occasion? Some of you still have to work, like if you're in the healthcare, some people in retail, grocery stores, and stuff like that. You still maybe working. But me, I'm on Ronication, and full throttle Ronication. So call in. Let me know what you got going on. What's your take? Let me say hello. Welcome back. Yeah, I've been gone for a while, but you know me. I don't stay away too long, but I just felt it was a need to come back. The call-in number is 605-313-5375, and that's up above in the description. And the code is 268328 if you want to call in. Michael Porter, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So, like I said, I seen kids out playing around, and I'm like, what part of the game are these people not understanding that this is an airborne disease that stays in the air, you breathe it in, and kids out. I don't get people, and I understand probably their mindset is, oh, you've been home all day, you ate up all my damn food because you're not in school, so go outside and play. No, 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 no. You got to deal with that shit. You got to be a parent. They're not supposed to be gallivanting in the neighborhood chilling because they could be exposed. And these kids touch everything, no matter what. So it's a lot that I have to say. So bear with me. I might be all over the place because this subject is, and I'm not here to talk about the medical aspect of it and all of that stuff, political part. I just want to talk about the basics because that's me. I'm a basic, simple guy. Tiffany Towson, thanks for joining me in the Counselor's Corner. So when we think about the statement, stop being comfortable, uncomfortable, sometimes you may need to move around to find a comfortable place in your life. And that's so true. A lot of times that we get comfortable, but really we're uncomfortable where we're at. But we don't do anything to change it because we figure like, well, if it ain't killing me, it's not gonna hurt. So I'm okay in this relationship. Even though I'm not happy, I'm uncomfortable with it, I'll stay with it. I'm okay with this job because I've been here 10 years. I get my vacation time. I've been working here for a while. I know the people, so I don't want to make a move, so I'm okay with it. You can't get complacent. So let me tell you my feedback in No Friday Foolishness, what I had to say about that. I said some people truly live by the notion of if it's not broken, why fix it? Well, if you're comfortable being uncomfortable, then you might have the mindset of stagnation. Evaluate your life or situation from time to time. If you don't like it, do something about it. Damn it. When was the last time you started feeling comfortable and decided to make a change? And that's big on people as far as professional growth to say, I'm not happy where I'm at. I'm not liking the job that I'm doing. I don't like the job that is no growth, so I need to make a change. Most people are afraid to step out the box and make that change. Sandra, thanks for joining me. My man Frederick, the master barber, thanks for tuning in tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So you have to be willing to take risk. And right now, we're at that stage, even with this COVID-19, that people are facing a lot of changes and being uncomfortable. For one, people are off work and don't know when they're going back to work. And some jobs are holding you down and they're saying, all right, we'll cover that, but I don't know how long they'll be able to do that. Even me in education. Well, I got years in, and like I said, the week prior to this coronavirus, I was out ill. So I missed the whole week. Talked to my doctor at an appointment, and he said pretty much, you probably need to just stay home. Um, I'll give you a doctor's note. So I missed the whole week. That has never happened in my 25 years of working. Me missing a whole week of work, not vacation, just missing. But I understood the seriousness because I was ill, that I didn't want to come to work and be coughing, hacking, and end up getting other people sick. So I stayed home. That was awkward. But then that's when you know, COVID really kicked in, and it was like, okay, now they shutting down schools. So, and they had determined that we're not returning to school until technically the 30th. Well, now I don't know if that's going to be the case because each day this stuff is multiplying. People are getting sick. Um, they're going in. It's a lot of people walking around with the virus, but they just haven't been tested. And yeah, I don't know if you could be in schools like that. So some states already declared no more school for the rest of the year, which everything is about safety first. Everything is about safety. In which, when you think about some of the kids, even with me, middle school or eighth graders, to maybe face the possibility that I might not see them for the rest of the year, I got jewels to drop for them. I got farewell jewels to drop for them. But again, it's all about safety. And you think about seniors and the prom and stuff like, things like that's lifetime memories that could be taken away because of the seriousness of this. Then you don't even want to go into like sports, March Madness, and all that. I'm depressed without sports. I can look at ESPN and different tournaments and all this stuff. It's not the same. Right now should be in the heat of March Madness, and that is the best time of the year when these kids not getting paid. They putting everything they worked hard for their whole life to try to win a tournament. It doesn't get no better than that, and that's been canceled. The NBA season so far has been suspended. Man, this shit is hard. It is really hard. But at the same breath, it gives you also a time to get comfortable doing different things. So I'm trying to utilize that time as well and stay motivated. James Russell Sr., Jay Marvin, what's good, brother? Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Frederick said, good brother. No doubt, my man. I see you was taking one of them treatments today, man. Good work, good work. McCoy Martha, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So we're in a dilemma. We're in a big dilemma and facing a lot of uncomfortable times. And I don't know. We don't have the greatest leader. I mean, financially, he's intelligent, a genius as far as that. But far as the other shit, I don't know what he be talking about. But that's why I can't even get caught up in that. Frederick said, learning to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. It makes all the sense, brother. Uh, but when you uncomfortable, it makes you grow. Sooner or later, it's just like growing up and as you get bigger and you have a pair of shoes, your favorite pair of shoes that you don't want to let them go. You don't want to let it go, but you realize you have to because you're starting to feel uncomfortable and you want to gain some comfortability. So you have to let them go and move up to another size and shake things up. Prime example of that. I always got stories. Die-hard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. A real die-hard Lakers fan. Not because LeBron's on the team, Kobe, back in the Magic Johnson days. Um, but I had a Steelers jacket that I got for Christmas. And, my mother raised 4 kids. Stuff was a struggle for her. But we had great support. When she was uncomfortable, she had, my grandparents, my aunts who at the time didn't have kids, that they helped her out with us. So I had a Pittsburgh Steelers jacket, and I did not want to let that joint go. It was ripped on the side. The cotton and stuffing was coming out of it. I didn't want to let it go. I actually had duct tape on the side of it because that was my comfort zone. The Steelers, that was my team. I bled them. I believed in them. So I didn't want, instead of saying, hey, let me ask them, could I get another jacket? I did not want to let that go. So I understand how sometimes, Joe said the steel curtain, no doubt. Now, 1979, Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, and the boys, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, Donnie Shell, Mel Blunt. I can go on and on. I just didn't want to let that go. And that's how we are as people with different things or circumstances, that we don't want to let certain things go because we're comfortable with it. So, and I'm kind of all over the place, but I think I'm still on the same topic. And then to go back to this COVID-19, I got some points out here. One, came on the other day and I said, hell, if people at home and they're not doing anything, I don't know about y'all. I'm Netflix out of it, Sports Center out of it, as hard as it to believe because they keep running the same old stories over and over again. Stephen Williams, thanks for joining. Marissa Lynn, thanks for joining. So I said, why not do a COVID-19 special that I have both of my books? And if you haven't got it or haven't got it, either one, 2 for 19 plus shipping and handling, so about $24. Your ass ain't doing nothing anyway. Pick up a book and read. Pick up a book that's going to talk about real life experiences, not no fake fiction book that's not real. This is real life day to day stuff that we all need self improvement on. If you're interested in that COVID-19 special, then inbox me. Get your copy. Get your copy. 2 for 19. You know where people do that at? You don't typically get 2 books for $19. But I understand the importance that people need knowledge. People need to read. They need to be at ease during this time. So that was that. Looked at employment. Like I said, I spoke about this earlier. It's a lot of uncertainties with people with their jobs. They don't know when they're going to go back. Some of the employers are saying, okay, we'll pick up, you'll get a paycheck here and there. I just don't know how long that's going to go on. I don't even know me. As far as, like I said, as a school counselor, department chair of school counseling in my middle school, 12 months. I work year round. I don't know how that's going to work out. I just don't know. I mean, it's not like where teachers may be trying to be creative to still teach and do online stuff and post stuff. What am I? I'm not talking to kids in crisis right now, but I still got paid. Well, we got one paycheck since this has been going on, and I got paid on Friday. And I don't know. I'm interested. Uncertain about how this is going to pan out. But this is real life, and some people work hourly jobs, and they told, "Oh, you can't come to work," and they got a grave concern. And then the Trumpster said about this stimulus stuff, and people are waiting on that, and they got different criterias for that, and people already counting that when that check comes out. You really can't be sitting around counting on this stuff, and that's why we always got to stay ready so we don't have to get ready when it comes to stuff like this, because you never know when a major issue like this is going to take place. So I I don't have the answers. We just got to sit back and wait and see how this plays out. Again, if someone wants to call in, Lily Hall, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. If you want to call in at 605-313-5375, and the code is 268328. Somebody call in and give me some feedback on what you think about all of this coronavirus, COVID-19, your Ronication that you own. Kelly Z, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. All right, and like I said, school closing. Major topic, parents are concerned about, man, my kid is missing all of the school and like what's going to happen. Teachers are providing stuff that they could do online, and I don't know. I could tell y'all the politically correct thing to say, but that's just not me. I'm gonna keep it real, and that's why when Middle School Madness come out, I'm gonna be ready to shock the world. Kim W, thanks for joining me tonight. Cynthia, what's good? Thanks for joining me tonight. I can tell you the real that happens on the average school day, or I can let y'all go on and think what y'all think. Want to think that all your kids are angels and they're missing so much schoolwork and they're missing so much education. Mm, mm, mm. Sometimes I have to hold my tongue. And like I was just on the show about a month ago in Toronto on the in the Now show with my girl Simone, and she was like, "Man, David, you can't be the controversial counselor like you want to because politics. You only can say so much." So I'm always teeter tottering, like, damn, can I give them the real? Because if I give y'all the real, if I give people the real, it's gonna be a lot of people. I'm gonna be one of the most hated people. But you know what? I can be fine with that too because I'm kind of a keep to myself person that probably won't make or break me either way. I don't want nothing bad to happen to anybody, but I know how to get around and navigate and live life without being in the face of someone else. What's going on, Elo? Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So the school thing, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I know I cuss on here too. Half of them little ass critters don't do shit anyways while they're in school because you parents, it's all about look what I got that y'all want to um, make sure they have the top phones and all that. So that's what they're occupied with. Their phones, this and that, social media. If you go back and you check their logs and all that stuff, how if you monitor all of that stuff, hey, what's good, Lily? How you doing? If you monitored all of that stuff, you'll see, like, oh, damn, they stay on their phone during school. They got chats going on. They got TikTok videos. They got throwing the 60 videos. Money y'all say, what's throwing the 60? Well, here in Baltimore, they have a thing. Oh, you want a beef? Let's go in the bathroom and let's just throw blows for 60 seconds. So they meet up, they go in there, and they get it in, and then you have people filming it and all that stuff. It's a fucking circus. It's a circus, to say the least. And but I'm not gonna minimize and not try to brush up. There are kids that come to school and do what they supposed to do every day, and they want to do well. If they have goals, they have visions, and they want to, they see the bigger picture. And those kids suffer because Jaquan or William and people like that, they don't really want to be at school. And the saddest thing about that is, with me as the eighth grade counselor and also the department chair, when I talk to some kids and they're 13 and they say, "Yeah, I don't know what I want to do, Mr. Glover." There's like if it was up to me, I wouldn't even want to come to school anymore. Really? So what are you gonna do? Because you realize you can't drop out of school till you like 17 and they're raising it up 18. I'm like, so you're just buying time and waiting till you get to that point. And pretty much some of them are confirming that that's what they want to do. The school thing is not it. And it's sad to think someone that young is having those thoughts. But in the same breath, we have done nothing to make this shit fun for kids. We have taken away everything that make you motivated to come to school. When I was going to school, and I don't want to tell my age, but I tell it, should I be 50 in June? So that's been a while. We had certain days or certain things that you did not want to miss school for, and you were excited about going. You were excited about learning. But when you teach into a test, which that's another subject because some schools already said, oh, that standardized testing is dead for the rest of the year. And you know what? During this time, really, they're not really learning much because it's constant testing from here to pretty much May, and you got makeup tests and all that stuff. So it's like it's just like real chaotic. Like, so teachers can't do what they want to do because they know that some kids will be testing. There'll be some kids here. They got to do makeups and stuff. So it's a mess. Ebony said, I've been so entertained by the memes and stories from parents homeschooling. I'm sure some had no idea what teachers really go through. You are right. They don't know. They don't know at all. And somebody sent me, or I seen the Rayshawn text that was on. I was strolling through and I seen on your page with Tammy from Basketball Wives, one that was married to KA, one of my favorite players back in the days, Kenny Anderson. Uh, she did a little video with her little, what is it? Uh, what's the thing called with her little bonnet conversation. William Kevin Jones, what's going on, Pastor Williams? Thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. And she, I guess one of her friends had asked her, could she homeschool her daughter, and she kind of broke it down like, oh, hell no, and was being real. Is somebody in? Maybe not. Um, so she was being real about kids going to the bathroom, how they break their pencils on purpose by writing so hard. Anything they could do to get out of class to not be there, and that's what we see all day long. I have kids now. We have systems that they can email you. They're in class. They're like, Mr. Glover, what you doing? Can I come down there this period? And sometimes I'm like, well, what do you need? What's going on? Some of them just want to get out of class. And I'm aware that that's the case. That's what's going on. But me as a counselor, I try to give them a little window to work with. And I say, well, maybe I'll keep them because I know eventually they're going to get kicked out or they're going to do something to get themselves in trouble. So I'll keep them in here with me and I'll try to talk to them and get them in a better headspace. There's a lot going on. So for you, act like you're panicking. For your parents, act like you're panicking because they're not in school. Many of them ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing anyway. And like I said, for those who allowing their kids to play out around in the neighborhoods, put on their little summer little basketball shorts and bikes and all that. This ain't no, excuse my language, this ain't no fucking holiday break right now. This is where you supposed to be in the house, quarantine, staying away from this stuff because it's in the air. So these kids riding bikes, touching stuff, going in the stores and all that stuff, which makes me think, how is this stuff, how is it going to work? How's it really going to work that this stuff is going to get better? You got people walking around with these damn masks on, but yet they taking it off to smoke a cigarette. They digging in their eyes. They doing all this stuff. It's not going to work that way. And they keep saying, oh, wash your hands. Really? Really? You know damn well a great deal of people don't wash their hands anyway. Whether you're at work, public bathrooms, you see people going, taking a crap, walk right out, walk right out. Uh, you don't think that you think because of this that people are going to start washing their hands um, all of a sudden now when they're 50 years old and ain't been washing their hands after they take a crap, got shit in their nails, and then go and want to slap and pound people up and all that. It's not. It is not going to work. So if they say what it is and it's spreading like that, and those numbers that they project, it they will hit those numbers easily because we some nasty damn people, and I just don't see it. And the safest place is to be at home. But if you someone who got to be out ripping and running, got to do this, and you like, okay, go outside to your kids, it'll never, it won't get better. It just won't get better. Someone, anybody, got anything they want to say? Because I'm saying a lot. You can call in, give your feedback or something. I know I've been gone for a while. Many of you fill out the routine like, oh yeah, we can call in on David's show or chime in on the platform. Let me see what else is going on. Again, like I said, this no sports thing is really bothering me, but I understand why because there's been some significant players that, as they say, got that Rona, especially when you say KD. Probably when he's healthy, probably top three easily. Best player in the NBA. Then you got a couple Lakers. I didn't really watch ESPN today. I don't know if who they confirm on the Lakers that has it. I know what's his name? Oh damn, getting old. My man, Marcus Smart for the Celtics, whatever. Another serious big time player. Just the first two players for Utah with Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell are all stars. So it's some significant players. So those are one that you just came out and said that they had it. Now we know it's more players because they was all in contact playing games, um, and the workout facilities and stuff like that. And you know as well as I do, when you have memberships at these places, some people sweat going and you breathe in, and people don't take the time to wipe the machines down. Nasty ass people. uh, Ebony said, well, at some point, we're all supposed to get it. According to the experts, the severity is my concern is if what they're saying is true. Yeah. And at some point, I do think most people will have it, and it's the way that you handle it. I don't have no problem quarantining myself. I can be somewhere. Just give me the basics. I'm fine. I am fine. Now, granted, I've been out um, here and there, but it's like to the location and go back because I'm never, I'm not one to who has to gallivant and to be around people all the time. And I said that earlier. So it's this is going to be a tall task to try to kind of stabilize and keep stuff. And there's no way in hell in schools that it's going to remotely be able to control that, which is scary. So, and when you, like I said, go back to the sports, and then I think Sean Payton from the NFL said he has it. You have people like Idris Elba, that said he tested positive. I know some of y'all like, oh, I would love to be his nurse or whatever the case is. Then a couple, some other people. So, but it's a lot of other people who have it, and they really don't have that test stuff right for people. It's like we ad living right now. We're ad living, and people are gonna say, "Oh, Donald Trump knew about this. He didn't handle his business," and yeah, probably didn't. He didn't. More than likely, he didn't. But I'm not gonna get into all that politics because you know what? I'll make my prediction and I'll say it like many people say. Zaz probably still gonna do another 4. So who knows what's gonna happen in those 4? That's why we're facing some definite scary times. Uh, that being said, you can't quarantine against fifth, uh, and that could be true. There's a lot of stuff quarantining because most people ain't really quarantining. They just they're chilling for that time being, but let something jump off, they're gonna be there. All right, what else? What else? What else? Uh, those stimulus checks. I know that. What's going on, Jay? C. Wright, what's going on, brother? My brother from North Avenue, brother for life. Um, people are already gonna be counting that, and just the silliness and the memes and stuff that people put out there. I already got memes of people sitting out like, oh, when Donald Trump's supposed to drop these checks and all that stuff. So you tell somebody they're gonna get a check, their ass is already counting on that or ready to put a uh down payment on a vacation and stuff like that. So and then there's some that may not get anything because they made money throughout. So I don't know the answers. I just know we're dealing with a bunch of uncomfortable times. I'm uncomfortable as an educator because I don't know, as far as the school wise, what's really going to happen. I do know this during that time, it's a lot of testing. So I say to myself, shit, every year it's like this. So how much are they really missing or whatever the case is? There's people who have jobs that can't report. They're hourly employees. They've made kind of got a little deal going on for the first few weeks, but really, how long is that going to last? So, and we know when people start getting desperate, they start doing desperate things. And also, I've seen that gun purchases have went up as well during this coronavirus thing. So people are out there buying their artillery, and because they probably feel people are going to be doing desperate stuff and they're ready to put a cap in somebody's ass. And this stuff is real. What are we to do? So I was hoping to have more people. Well, this was kind of impromptu that I had this show. I had a couple people reach out like, "Oh, David, now is the time to do it," because people are sitting around. They really shouldn't be out at clubs and all this stuff. But you still have people. Oh, and another thing, how the hell are you still out here smoking blunts and passing blunts from one person to the next? Well, that's always been nasty. Always been nasty. Even back in the days, like who wants to something wet that somebody else had their big soup coolers on, breath stinking, and y'all smoking with? How y'all still doing that shit? And y'all like 50 years old. How y'all still doing that? Why y'all not rolling up one and y'all each had one and y'all just smoking if that's what y'all doing? Like there is no way that it's gonna be interesting to see how all of this stuff plays out for real. Anybody else got anything they want to say? Uh, because I'm gonna log off, and we can go on and on about this, but those are just some of my concerns. the food, the toilet paper issue where people hoarding toilet paper and all that. Really, that's some of that shit is just for show because they can like, oh look, social media. I just went out and got me 6 rolls of 20. Well, they probably regulated now. 20 packs of toilet paper. I'm the same ones that don't wash their hands and barely wipe their ass good anyway. So that toilet paper just sitting there. It's just sitting there. It's just something to post and something to do to say I got it. Ebony said, "How's the liquor store essential?" I'm confused. Uh, like, is an essential employee like that? People are that they're still working. Shit, because they know right now that shit, I even heard that some places are delivering liquor in different little packages for people. This is America. This is what they want to do because they know that people are going to drink. So they're going to keep those places open because they know that's what people do. If I'm going to be stuck in a house with my badass kids, then I might as well be drinking while I'm doing it. Or if I'm not working and I'm on vacation, I'm going to drink. So that's just how America operates when it comes to alcohol and stuff like that. That's they gonna keep that money train going because most people when they say, "Oh, I need a drink" or this and that, that shit is real. That's what people really think subconsciously that they need to do to get by during stressful situations. Lakeisha Page, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So where we may say is not essential, I bet you a lot of people, well, some people already have a nice stash of liquor anyway, so they're good in regards. But some people, they just they'll go by there, they'll make their daily stops, and they'll do what they got to do. I don't know how much of this makes sense and who's essential and who's not. We definitely got to give shout out to the healthcare people who there to serve the ill and all this stuff. Um, we just self preservation. We got to try to take care of ourselves because people are dying uh, with this virus, and and people are getting it at a younger age. I think it was a couple cases here. I seen something that he says about like a baby 10 months or like a 5-year old and stuff like that. So parents, you have to control and monitor that. No, nobody can be spending a night over nobody's house. I don't give a damn what the case is and how bored you is. Y'all big face asses better get on Facebook Live or Messenger Live and have a sleepover from your rooms, but people can't be in and out coming by your house and all that. That's not quarantine. That's just unsafe. People bringing all types of shit in. Uh, let alone roaches and bed bugs and stuff like that. This is just something different. Just say, hey, my friend, please stay safe during these crazy times. Oh, no question. I'm trying to. I am definitely trying to stay safe because I got a lot of stuff to do and I ain't trying to, like I said, I was down the week before all of this stuff really kicked in and that was my typical yearly cold. Usually I get it during Christmas time, right before the break. I soldiered through it for like 3 or 4 days, and this time it came a little later. I'm back. I'm back on vacation, just waiting to see. Okay, when I go back to work, what's what. But in the meantime, I'll try to work on stuff professionally myself to try to keep pushing forward, setting goals for myself, and just having self-preservation to move forward. All right, folks. I'm gonna let y'all get back to what y'all do. Netflix, uh, was it Hulu, Amazon Prime, or whatever the case is. Because I can tell you right now, ain't shit on cable. On regular TV, the same old stuff. So I find myself watching old YouTube boxing matches because y'all know me. Saturday night is meant for boxing. Uh, okay, Lakeisha, Ulu, Hulu, Bulu, whatever the case it is. But yeah, you know what I meant. Um, and this is depressing. So um, I'm about to get out. Now y'all just go keep. That's what y'all go. That's what y'all go focus on. But it's all good. Um, just gonna keep it moving, and I'll be back. And stay tuned for the next episode. And please share, and please comment in the comment section, and let's keep the conversation going because there was a lot of topics I put out there. I was hoping somebody would have the courage to call in and maybe give me a different element uh, or have some rebuttal to what I was saying. But we know how people is when they're feeling uncomfortable, so they won't take that risk. But it's okay. Keisha said, "Pray, my brother, be well." I'm trying to wish you well, wish you safety and wellness as well. All right, folks, I'm out. Stay safe. Follow the guidelines. Do what you got to do. Minimum contact. Social distancing. Oh, that's nothing to me, whatever. But just it's not that type of party to be all up in somebody's face or be going to chill on somebody's couch or just hanging out, uh, rolling up at people's houses. Not that type of party. As y'all said, anytime somebody dying from stuff like that and people got it, it's real. It's real. So you better, but how we tackle it is each person is responsible for themselves. Children, you have to educate them and have to, what teaching is all about, um, demonstration, imitation, well, no, demonstration, correction, um, repetition, and those things right there. That's with how you have to do with children. So again, you have to demonstrate, let them imitate, uh, then correction, and then repetition. So all that stuff is like over and over. It has to be a conversation over and over. To wash your hands, to cough in your you know cough in your arms, your elbows, stuff like that. This is stuff that has to be taught to them. Use hand sanitizer. If you don't teach them any of that, then they're just going to be reckless. Or if you say, all right, go outside and play during this time, and they're going to be exposed to stuff. So it's going to be impossible for schools to be running correctly when you're not doing your part at home. So the best thing to do is keep them in the house. And I know they get bored, and many of them can't sit still, but they got technology. There's stuff online from the school systems that they can do. There's movies they can watch. Of course, they're gonna play their video games and things like that. So, but being outside, riding around on their bikes and stuff, and going over people's house, that's not gonna help the situation. That's at facts. I was going to have family over tonight, but I changed my mind, not knowing where they may have been. Sorry, but not sorry. And probably was a good decision, Yvette, to not. So people just gotta find their comfort zone. And like I said earlier, a few days ago, it's probably gonna be some COVIDs born in 2021 because now you got that social uh, distance and men and women that live together. They got to, somebody can't up and be running around and ripping and running. So it might be some little closeness going on with people. So which may cause some COVIDs to be born or Corona, Lachey, the virus, or whatever the case is. So, but it's all good. Having said, thanks, David. Stay safe, strong, and healthy as well. Oh, no question. And I wish the same for you. So that's where we're at. I try to, I might make a little light, make little jokes about the situation, but it's serious, and people have to be accountable for themselves, their families, the elderly, because those are the ones that's really impacted. You have to follow up with the elderly. And I know some of them are stubborn. If they could still drive, they like to get in a car and ride around and be in these places. And they figure, like, I do what I want to do, but you have to check on them and say, Dad, Mom, where you going? I'll go for you, or whatever the case is, because some of them may not have the proper techniques, and they didn't have to do all that stuff that we have to do now. So you have to monitor their activities, because if they get ill with the Rona, it may not be no turning back. So these are things that you have to kind of follow up with. All right. I said this was supposed to be 30 minutes, but I know I haven't been on for a while, and it's easy to talk for an hour, which is crazy to me in this day and age. That's how you could do it. Put a mic in front of you and be on social media. But if you had to do a presentation in front of coworkers and all that, all of a sudden you're shook. Sometimes that's my issue. But you know, working on myself, try to get better. As sooner or later, all of this stuff is gonna be easy work. Easy work. All right, folks, I'm out. Keep the dialogue going. Inbox me if you want that COVID-19 special, 2 books, Cocktail Conversations by the Controversial Counselor, and No Friday Foolishness by the Controversial Counselor. Get some reading in, some professional growth. Don't let social media be your source of education, because during this time, kids need to see you reading too. They don't need to see you flipping through your phone and all that stuff constantly, because that's what they're going to do. But if they see mom and dad got a book in their hands, and they'll be more inclined to maybe pick up a book. Or you can have that silent reading time to say, okay, you've been playing that game for a while. Get your book. I'm going to get mine, and we're going to sit here and we're going to read. And then I'm going to, depending on the nature of your book, and you're going to have some conversation about these books and stuff like that. So, because who knows, we might be in for a long haul with this stuff. So you're going to have to be creative. All right, I'm going this time. Everybody be safe, be good, be great, and even though you're uncomfortable, it's time to grow out of this uncomfortability with the COVID-19, and lead to some comfortable ways of you doing something different to try to better yourself. All right, folks. Appreciate you all who joined in. Talk to you soon. And again, be good, be safe. I'm out. Peace.